Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. It is time to get into episode 1 of season 15 of Roa. Damn, dang it. Try not to curse. That's a lot of seasons. Forgive my parents and forgive the tardiness. I am determined to get back into the gym and to work out and be healthy. I've kind of I am must be my son. He's back for the summer. I am maybe 75% there in the kitchen. Like, I've cut out sugars. Hey, Eric. I've cut out like a lot of carbs. I'm halfway there in the kitchen. Like, I still sometimes, if I don't feel like cooking, I'll run off to KFC, which is probably what I'm going to do tonight. I'm not all the way there, but I had to get back in the gym. And if you didn't watch the video yesterday, oh Stella, I was in a process. I am now a member of the Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Um, hey, Dr. Ivy girl. Now I don't have any more excuses for my time. And I could be like, oh, well, I want to make YouTube videos. I can make YouTube videos at 8. So I said all that to say that's why I look like this. Like, I've sweated my sew-in out. Like, the sew-in is sweated out. I popped my contacts out and threw my glasses on. I still have a little bit of glam from work, but I feel like I sweated my glam out. But whatever filter my laptop has is giving me justice. I don't feel like I look a complete mess. So I'm in my workout clothes. After this video, I'm gonna jump in the shower, but I'm just trying to be transparent. A lot of my lives might be around 8 going forward instead of 6 because I'm making myself get into the gym. I have to. I can't keep putting it off and saying, you know what, I'm going to do this. No, I'm going to go to the gym and then I'm going to do my lives. Because I was thinking about doing pre-recorded videos, but I hate editing. I hate editing with a passion. I hate uploading with a passion. So I'm still going to go live, but they'll just be at 8. And I apologize because I know some people aren't central. If that's a little bit too late, I'll try not to talk for hours. So it'll be a quick watch if you want to watch it at work. Because that's what I do with YouTube. I listen to all my favorite YouTubers while I'm working at work. It helps me pass my day. But anyway, hey, everybody in the chat, Andrew, let's get into the new season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I know my Twitter friend, Derek, I sent him the link. I don't know if he's going to pop up throughout this live. If so, Derek will pop up and give me his 2 cents. If not, he's welcome anytime. So anytime he comes, he knows he's welcome. But your girl ain't take no notes. So I'm going to go person by person. Because I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say about everyone. Number one, I was entertained by episode 1. They started off with a bang. I feel like the whole super trailer was in episode 1. So I'm kind of like, what else y'all gonna give us? But they started off with a bang. I was entertained. I was rolling my eyes a lot, but I only fast forward maybe 2 minutes of the episode, and we're gonna get into what I actually hit fast forward on. Y'all know I love to hit that fast forward. But we opened up the episode with, what's it, Sheree and her $274 joggers. Is that what she had on? I don't remember, but I recall the $274 joggers, and I was like, no, ma'am. Especially, I said this on Kamisha's channel. That exact same outfit, it's not even a jogger, it's workout clothes. It's some leggings and what I got on, workout clothes. Sheree. Oh, here go Derek. That exact same outfit I own in blue leopard print. And I got the shirt for $24.99. And the pants were $44.99. But on a website called REB, I think it's called Reb, and they go from small to 5X. They have every size. So Sheree, I don't know what you're doing with these workout clothes because I refuse to call them joggers.
I'm glad I came in on a good note. I'm sitting here wondering.
I just
I'm
started,
like,
Nick.
I'm like, is she talking about Sheree?
Yes, I just started. I just started. Welcome, Derek. I told everybody that I gave you the link and you'll be popping up at some time and you're always welcome here. Let's start at the beginning. I was starting with Sheree because I ain't take notes, so I'm going person by person. And I'm starting with Sheree, and I just read her $274 pink workout outfit. I I really want
No,
to
because
know this.
why did I think I had to really like observe Sheree? Because at first I'm not gonna lie, I thought she had a BBL, and then I had to look. I was like, no, I don't think it is. I think it's real.
I think Sheree's body is real. She's been the workout girl from season 1 of Atlanta. We know she has a good body. I'm not going to take anything away from that. But just because you have a good body, Sheree, doesn't mean if I buy that $274 outfit, I'm going to look like you. I'm
$274.
not spending $274 on any piece of clothing that goes on my body.
$274 from a
Hey,
fashion line
it better be
that
real
took
leather.
that took well over a decade.
And somebody said it still ain't up. But you know what? I don't really go to check. So that's hearsay from Twitter. But somebody said they just was nosy and looked and it still wasn't up.
The website's still not up.
That's what Twitter said. But you know, some haters on Twitter. I didn't
Well,
care enough to go check for myself.
well, they had. I don't know if you saw the tweet, but they had the mask, like the full, like the ski mask,
I
the
saw that.
the shiesty mask they call it, and she got her logo on it, and they talking about selling it in Atlanta. They talk about some. That's the mask for on the low males when they partake in their activities and they especially do it on camera. Yeah.
Oh, that's what they wear. I thought it was a burglary mask or a carjacking mask. Criminal.
no, they put a mask on, but it's like they have their eyes and their mouth cut out. So it's like I don't know. It's kind of like it's hard to identify you, but then again, is it? Because we can see your if somebody know you well enough, they know your eyes and
They
your
know
mouth.
your
It's
eyes, they know your lips, they know your body structure. I wonder
and
how
it's
much that mask costs. If that mask is over $100, Hooray, go straight to hell. Don't collect $200, a glass of water, nothing.
but she'll collect because people down there in Atlanta like that. She'll collect off the mat. There's a
Look,
there's a market for it.
I'm over it. I'm already over it. Let's talk about her and Martell. Martell shows up at the door in his suit.
Here we go.
They doing their best acting, trying to make me believe they have some kind of chemistry. And I'm like, y'all do not go together. Sheree is like, I see Martell every weekend. I'm like, well, when he see his kids, if he see you every weekend, he's supposed to every other. I mean, make it make sense, Sheree. She all I see Martell every weekend. Okay. I know Melania and whatever all them M kids. I know all of them. Mariah, all of them ain't sitting up in that castle of yours. So when does Martell see his kids if he's always with you?
Very good question. Then it's like if he's not with his kids, you gonna be with a man who don't be with his kids? Oh no.
But we just
No,
know
no,
Sheree is
no.
lying. Or Melody is really telling the truth when she said Martell could go 3, 4 weeks without picking them kids up because he's in Atlanta trying to be on Bravo.
You know
I don't
what?
know, but it screams fake relationship. And I know I'm jumping to a Twitter beef, but you know, Sheree was reading everybody on Twitter for commenting on
I
her.
saw that.
But Sheree, you all don't even follow each other at this moment. I would just let this ride out. You and Martell are not in a relationship.
They
He
don't follow each other on Twitter.
they don't follow each other anymore. Because
See, that's weird though. So I'm gonna tell you because, and I've seen this happen with. It's not even just housewives because I think they do that on purpose, where they'll unfollow and make it seem that way, and then by the end of the season, everybody cool because they meet on talk shows together, and they're all cool and buddy buddy like Sheree. Because apparently it's supposed to be some whole big thing with Sheree and Kenya, which I guess is what's gonna be on the next episode, but. I don't know. I do think he is, even if it's, you know what I'm saying. Well, he did talk to Kenya. She had the receipts. He deleted them, and he deleted them while the camera was rolling.
I don't even believe that. Let me say this to you, and then we'll go through the rest of the episode. And you tell me if you agree. I feel like production told the ladies after last season, step it up, do, say, act however y'all have to act, but give us moments, give us bites so we can have a show. Because I don't believe, and you know, Martell ain't ish. Oh, it's after 10 minutes. I think the rules on YouTube, you could curse after 10 minutes. Martell
You
ain't shit.
you can't wait. This.
I don't know the rules. I heard the rules you could curse after 10 minutes. So I'll be trying my best not to curse. But Martell ain't, we know he's a liar, he's a cheater, he's a manipulator. He doesn't have anything. He's not smart. He lost the best thing he ever had, which was Melody. If you watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, he's over
See,
there to get her
I
back.
didn't. Now I haven't watched that, but I did hear about him. Like he in what was it? Infidelity.
He's nobody's prize. He's not a prize, Sheree. You strutting him around Bravo, giving him access. Hey, Kyle, you're giving this man access to the grand ballroom, to the highest platform of reality TV. This man isn't a prize, and he's making you look foolish. And Sheree, yeah, you grasping at straws so you could stay on the show, but I didn't think Martell was the way. You could have paid anybody to be your man. But she like looking the fool. So I feel like everyone is doing too much just so they can keep this check. I really don't believe anything that's going on. I don't believe that man DM Kenya. I believe the DM that was presented. I think that's a preview for next week where Kenya spoke out 3 years ago when Martell did an interview and I guess said kind remarks about him, and Martell DM'd her and said, "Thank you for the kind words." That was it. I don't think Martell was trying to go after Kenya.
Maybe it is a reach. I don't know. I'm watching as a viewer. I
It's
don't.
the same reach that Ashley reached for over there on Potomac. Yeah, the man DM'd you, but it was innocent. It's the same Potomac reach.
Ashley and kids. Ashley always do stuff that'll backfire. I don't feel like this is. I don't know. I don't feel like she would say that if she was telling the truth.
I don't care enough. I really don't. It's too much Martell. If he's gonna be along for the ride for this whole season, he's quickly going on my fast forward list. Very quickly, because it's too much and it's clearly fake.
Well, we need the OGs back. We need you know,
We
Miss
need all
Leaks,
of that. Leave the white lady
Portia.
yet.
See, so I'm sure you've seen all the stuff going on with her
Her
too.
taxes and her foreclosures and her payment arrangements. Bravo, don't bail that white lady out. We don't want to see her on this black show. I don't got time to be getting angry over racism and all her little slick remarks. No, leave that white lady to work out her own financial issues. You know the banks kind of give them favor anyway. Bravo, don't bail her out. Not on
Be a
Roa.
double. It might be a double-edged sword though, because if they let her back, then wouldn't they have to go as far as letting any back? Because
Nene,
it would look a certain way, especially after that case.
Nene is never coming back.
Well,
Nene burnt that bridge, and we don't let Kim burn it too. I don't think the ladies would want to film with Kim. Did you hear that Sheree said Kim didn't show up to the fashion show because Sheree wouldn't pay her to be there? Now we
why
know why
would
she was
Sheree?
asking for a fee. She needed that fee, girl.
The convenience fee.
Yeah. But that's the same reason they said Nene didn't show up to somebody's wedding. I
Party
don't know whose
or
wedding. It wasn't
something.
Portia's because she was at Portia's wedding, but it was somebody's wedding who was on camera. Was it Cynthia's? And they said, "You not paying me to be here," so Nene didn't show up.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
I gotta look back.
But okay, let's stay on topic of the show. I'm over Martell and Sheree. Anything else about them? Because it's not believable to me. I have to go back to my tweets to remember the order of the show. Okay, let's get into Sanya because I want to read Sanya real quick and get her
You want
on.
to read her?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna front with you. I was looking at my phone during all her segments. I can't. She's so boring. She's so boring. Like so. Can we skip? I'm sorry. Can we skip her?
Well, this isn't even a read for Sanya. This is for her family who had the nerve to tell Sanya she needs to have boundaries around the job she's giving your husband. She's giving your husband a paycheck. Let me tell you this, ma'am, because I don't even remember your name, Sanya's sister. If
Say your
you need a
sister.
boundary, you need to go find yourself a lease or a mortgage note, something. You need to go find you a place to live if you need a boundary. Wherever you can pay four walls, you pay for it, that's your boundary. If you ain't paying for four walls, you need to just be thankful your sister is providing you a lifestyle, a good lifestyle at that. So that's all I want to say to
That
Sanya's
is the
sister.
truth.
And please don't bring, I don't want to see the family dynamic. I don't care. People who don't pay bills don't make demands.
Wait, she didn't pay that. She ain't caught up on bills.
No, it's not that she's not caught up on bills. She doesn't pay. She lives with Sanya and Ross. Like
Oh, I thought
Sanya
you.
has all her family in her house living rent free. Her mama, her daddy, her sister, her brother-in-law, and their two children. Now, if she like it, I love it for you. But you're not gonna live in my house and tell me how I'm going to treat my employees. If your husband doesn't like the job, he needs to go find a W-2 that doesn't have my name on it.
It couldn't be. It just couldn't be me. It couldn't be me. That's too many. That's too many people. I already.
Right. Now, see, my friend Kyle was telling me the tea. They saying when Sanya had her own reality show, I recall that, but I guess not too much.
When did she have her
Her
own
sister
show?
had her own house and her own hair salon. So why is Sanya paying all her sister bills? Hey,
I'm
Kamisha.
Hey, Miss Kamisha.
I don't know. Ugh. But that bothered me. It bothered me when you talking about you need to have boundaries. You got my husband working too late. Oh, your husband needs to go find other employment then. But that was Sanya. I'm gonna read Sanya a little bit later. Let's go over to Marlo. This is the scene. Oh, Sanya wanted everybody to move to ATL. Uh, I guess you got to pay if you want them to be there, but they still by this time they could have got some kind of job. Now, did you see Marlo's scene? Because I did hit fast forward through her little life coaching session.
I did see. Hold on, give me one sec.
Okay, jump in when you ready. So Marlo had a life coach come up and she's doing her best PR because last season she told everybody I kicked them boys out. I need a. She didn't even really set a break. They had to get the fuck. She used the F word. They had to get the F on up out of my house and all of this. Marlo really went on them kids, and then after the season aired last year, she saw the PR nightmare that was of how she vocalized needing a break. I really feel like Marlo said what she said. She kicked them kids out. I don't care how much life coaching Marlo gets, it's always going to be a fast forward. I know a PR stunt when I see one. And I really didn't appreciate the youngest boy feeling like he needed to apologize. Like, I could have handled things a little bit better too. That's a child. That's a child. A child shouldn't have to come to the level of apologizing to you for your PR nightmare, for the words you used. And
My my bad. I was transitioning rooms.
I
Um,
understand, but what you think about the Marlowe segment? Because I did hit fast forward after a while because I don't care about Marlowe
see,
image with these boys. And did you notice that room in the back? She always talking about the boys' rooms was junky. That room off the kitchen had all kind of crap on the floor, all over the table. I said, Marlo, your house probably is always a mess when the camera's not there. But go ahead.
I think it's a lot with Marlo. I feel like first and foremost, Marlo wants to kind of, for me, I just feel like she throws stones at her hands. Like she like to play victim on a lot of stuff too. And that whole scene, even last year, like that whole storyline with her and them boys, like that was not only was that embarrassing to watch, but that was actually very hard to watch because just imagine, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't know who's in foster care and watching this show, or who got adopted kids, like and how the system works. It's way more than that. Like it's way much. It's like it. Excuse me. It's deeper than that. I'm trying to organize some stuff,
It is
but
deeper than that. And she has a organization to help young ladies in foster care. But see, Marlo isn't educated to the point to really help these kids psychologically through the trauma of having to go through foster care and being separated from their families. Marlo's only Marlo doesn't have it because she hasn't dealt with her own trauma. And Marlo masked her trauma with fashion. And that's why last year we saw when Candy was trying to donate clothes, that's like,
oh
I'm
no,
sure
we need to
they
we
donated.
need to we need to talk about her cast photo dress because that right.
Now, I like Marlo's little black and gold dress. I did like
I
Marlo's
mean, it
dress.
was it was cute, but it was cute compared to some others. But it was somebody else's dress I seen that was horrible. It wasn't Marlowe's though. I gotta go back and look at the photo.
Let's see.
It
I
was
got the photo. Hold up.
somebody's dress, and it wasn't.
Oh, wait.
I think it was Sonya's dress I didn't like.
I ain't good like Kamisha. I don't know how to show the picture.
No, I think I could tell from right
Oh,
here.
Sonya's dress was ugly. She had them football
Yeah.
shoulder pads and a gold plate on her chest. Sonya was the worst dress.
Was the worst
Sonya was
dress.
the worst dress, and as much as I love Candy, she was second.
You know, Candy was. You know what the problem is? I like her dress. The problem is her
Simple.
hair. Her hair don't go with her dress.
Yeah, it's too many bundles. She should have asked Kenya how many bundles she used and used the same amount. She has too many
Kenya,
bundles in her hair.
Kenya has never had a bad cast photo, but I mean that's kind of self-explanatory though, because Nisha would say "whoopie woo," you know.
Yeah, isn't she kind of halfway a model?
Yeah, like we gotta get into her BBL storyline too, but
Okay. I think Kenya's problem is she got hers before the BBLs were out. I don't know what it is, but it
she
ain't
probably got
that
what Cardi
transfer.
got, because Cardi got the injections. she went to the hotel room and got the injections. But I don't think if Kenya got them done, she probably had to be getting them done like when everybody was first getting them done, like when it became a trend. Cause she was smaller than that, and then after she got it, she got she put on a little weight and then she lost it. She has a nice figure though, I will say.
I will say it looks better. So whatever it was when Nene was riding her about it, she's gotten it somewhat fixed. Kind of like T.I.'s wife, Tiny.
Tiny, she's
I'm
very
so happy
small.
Tiny got that fixed.
She's. I'm not gonna lie to you. Tiny is like small with a big head.
Tiny is too small to have all of that extra weight on her behind. It looked off
Crazy.
crazy. Tiny had the worst botched BBL I ever seen. But that's
I
more.
don't know. I've seen worse.
I've seen
Seen
worse
worse.
too, but I'm talking about celebrity wise.
Oh, celebrity. I've still seen worse.
Really, who?
Um, who is right now?
So you can't think. And you
I
see
can't. I can't think, but I know.
all
She
these
don't got the
celebrities who
worst
got
one.
it done before, the BBL became popular, they're all getting that silicone and stuff sucked out. Like all of them are now.
Yeah, everybody trying to either do the fat transfer or they all trying to like, cause there's some people trying to
Because
get
it's
like
not healthy.
skinny BBLs.
It's not healthy.
It's not healthy. It's really not healthy because you're taking fat from one place to put it in a different place, but you'll understand that is you're putting fat in places that fat ain't really supposed to be. Like if your
But I'm not talking
jeans,
about the BBL. I'm talking about that silicone. That silicone is not
oh, you talking
healthy.
about the silicone? I
Mhm.
I don't see them putting that in their butt as much as I see them putting it in their boobs. Like I see a lot of them they'll still do it because they've changed the way they do like how they do boob jobs and stuff. Like I seen it was a video going around a while ago. It was a long time ago. It wasn't that long ago, but the lady like cut open the implant and like the silicone because some people the implant bust and then everything get everywhere. It's like it don't really go nowhere. Like I guess they are improving on that,
Because
but
they
at the end of the
supposed
day,
to be saline. That way, if it busts,
it's just
saline can be.
yeah, salt water.
I don't know. Look, I'm I'm not a hater of plastic surgery. If
I'm not either.
you need it, get it. If you want to get it, to each their own. And I don't have a degree in psychology to break down why everyone feels the need to alter their bodies to look like Instagram models. But let's get away from there. Kenya, you look good. Everybody,
Yeah,
really, everyone looked good in this picture, but singing.
Sonya's dress was terrible. Like
And let me tell you, Sheree, I don't know. I done said this many times before, but I promise you, you're gonna see me with a ponytail with earrings going down it. I don't know my stylist to put it in my head, but I'm gonna wear that ponytail with the earrings in it. Okay, let's move on. We getting sidetracked. We getting sidetracked. Okay, I'm over all of that. Fast forward. Who's
we
next?
we can't
Kenya.
say Drew because apparently Drew hadn't been here the whole episode.
Drew wasn't there. Was it you who told me on Twitter she didn't sign her contract?
She had to have signed it.
Somebody told me on
I
Twitter
didn't know
Drew
that.
probably won't be on the first few episodes because she was holding out the first 2 weeks of filming for contract negotiations. So that's why she wasn't at Sanya's party. I thought I was gonna give Drew some props. I was like, I wouldn't show up and be fake neither. You don't like me, I don't like you. But they said it was contract negotiations.
Wait, I'm confused. Sonya and Drew didn't like each other.
Oh no,
I
Sanya and Drew don't like each other.
know, but I
No,
know it changes too, though.
I ain't never
They
seen
don't
it.
like each other. They don't like each other for one season, and they be cool like a season or two down the line.
The way Sanya was kind of, how they talk about the ladies to other ladies, it gave me the feeling she still doesn't care for Drew. And I feel like the feeling is mutual. I don't think Drew cares for saying it either, but we shall see in a couple of weeks. Maybe Drew will be back next week. They said she's
See,
fat
it's
out.
crazy that you say that because they was actually sitting right next to each other at that reunion last year.
That's why everyone was confused. Because remember, they cut out that scene where Drew was flipping her hair and saying it was like, "You got one more hair flip, girl." They cut that out of the reunion. It was in the clips, the trailer, but it wasn't what was actually filmed.
I didn't know that, but I figured that that seating was gonna be like that because when everybody was kind of feeling away about how the seating was for Potomac, so I'm kind of not surprised about the seating.
It looked like Sheree working on her first chair, but let's get into Candy crying over her kids. Are you over Candy crying over not being there for her children as much as she would like to be? Because I don't want to say she's not there for her kids, but we know Candy has issues, an internal issue, and how she feels about work-life balance. And I'm not an entertainer, so I don't 100% understand, but I do understand mothers that work feel that. And Candy is an entertainer. She has to be on travel. She has to go where the job is. Outside of the situation, I understand, but I'm not one of them little children, on the phone crying for my mother. And
Right.
I just feel like Candy has to have super duper tough skin, because if it was me, I would never have my baby on TV crying like, "Mommy, come home," because I ain't got time for the haters on Twitter to be tweeting me.
See, Candy, I just feel like at this point, Candy need her own show. Not because she's like, oh, out there or whatever. But it's I don't know. I like her better on different shows. I feel like she's kind of ran her course with Housewives, but at the same time, I could understand why she stays because she do get paid the most. So
I would stay for $2 million a year too. Like, what's the point of running? Yeah, I ain't got nothing to talk about, but hey, you gonna give me 2 million? I'm gonna sit up here and try to headbutt somebody. Who knows?
and you know what I think, but I also think with her, I think because she works so much and she do so many things, she'll always have a storyline. But I think that she need to be on. I like her on other shows. I mean, I like her on Housewives, but I prefer that she branch out and try something different or something.
I love Candy. When she first came to Housewives, I was here for it. But I've seen everything in her personal life that I feel like I would like to see. I love Candy when she's with her group Escape.
Did you
Just
did you watch the special?
I did fire Latasha, and just you, Tiny, and Tamika go out, do shows,
Fire.
film, and give me that. Because I'm over the Candy versus Latasha drama too. We know who
No,
Latasha is.
that was so smooth how you just slid that in fire.
Well, I've been saying fire Latasha. I've always said go ahead and just fire Latasha and let's keep Escape move. They keep an Escape moving anyway. But I would love to see. I really feel like an Escape SWV season 2 with Latasha gone would be so much better.
You think they'll do another one?
They won't. They've already said.
Yeah, because I thought it was just a special.
It was, and it's a shame because those little Escape specials, every time they do it, every 3, 4, 5 years, I'd be like, "Oh, this is good. Let's do it again," and they never do because it's just too much drama. But that's something her and Todd could produce. Why not get a couple of these 90s girl groups together instead of sticking in the house and making them do new music that nobody is going to listen to encore? And
Right.
get a couple of groups together and put them on tour, and let's see the drama of how they get along on tour.
And a big tour. I mean, like a pretty much a headline tour. Like a
Now,
good.
we got to give them a little, what people going to buy. People still got to buy the tickets.
People still got to buy the tickets.
But it's a way to get, I feel like I'm older than you, but I feel like your generation likes 90s R&B just as much as my generation does.
Yeah, because it's timeless.
It's timeless, and I feel like we want to see more of our 90s R&B people on TV.
But
So
it's really about a matter of how they do it though, because a lot of them they just I don't know, they kind of live their life, but I get it because look how successful they are.
a lot
But
of them need a check.
a lot of them do need a check, but you know what? There might be opportunities for them to do that because you know, obviously with the writer's strike going on, I've heard a lot of stuff talk like basically saying they're gonna do way more
It's gonna be way more
unscripted
reality
TV.
TV.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
gonna be way more reality TV.
I need to go ahead and pitch me a show.
You should pictures. Put me up.
I saw, I don't know if they were trolling on social media or not, but they said Danity Kane might get back together. They're trying to get, it's Dawn, of course it's Aubrey, the girl who was married. They haven't got D Woods, but they need the lead singer girl because who gonna sing all the parts? But if they could get Danity Kane back together and do a little reality show like what Escape just did, but with Danity Kane, oh, I would watch that. Does Diddy probably still owns all that and probably would still get all the money?
Well, you know, Diddy trying to buy BET, so he on a whole different network. Even though they probably all in cahoots with one another, low key, but
Did he put together another Making the Band? Because ooh, that was some good reality TV with music. And we don't
yeah,
have any groups right now. So go ahead and put us a little group together again, Didi.
we definitely
I
do.
miss me some Lorianne. You know she be all over TikTok. No, too much neck. I miss me some Lorianne. Go ahead and put that back together. That was a good show. But we done veered off. That's how much okay, Candy is missing her kids missing her. Her and Todd, she's crying over Todd already. Um, I think Todd and Candy are playing with their marriage because you telling
I
me
agree.
in that huge estate, y'all got a main house and a guest house. The only place Todd could talk on the phone and work on his script is at the kitchen table while you giving these kids some food. So you can complain about Todd going ahead and get off the phone. No, I know in real life Todd is somewhere in an office working on his script if he's really working on his script.
She said, "Wait." She said, "Working on his script as if." I
I mean,
thought he
I
had
feel like
businesses.
Todd works on scripts. I believe Candy. I just feel like in that scene, Candy said, "Come on in here and work on your script so we could." I could tell you to stop working on it and we could fill this little scene. But I feel like in real life, if Todd is really working, he's not working at the kitchen table. I don't
At
work
the
at my
kitchen
kitchen
table.
table. So I know Todd ain't working at his kitchen table.
I feel like Todd be they is playing with them. I'm just sitting here thinking about it, and I'm just thinking about all the older stuff, like how they have had issues before about like you know hitting a little razzle dazzle and stuff.
Sheree is about to start the opportunist storyline again. We know Todd is not an opportunist.
He not
Please
no
stop. Let's
opportunity.
not go back there, Sheree and Martell. You got the biggest opportunist on your arm, Sheree.
Didn't
And you're
she?
giving him all the opportunity like a dummy.
Didn't they meet on a work trip? Like he's always. I have never seen him not working. Like he's always working.
Who, Todd?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a producer for the show. And they
Wait
met
for Housewives.
for Housewives. He was a producer. And I think one of his jobs was producing that Africa trip when they all went to Africa that year. And
Yeah.
Phaedra introduced Todd to Candy. And by the next season, Todd had to quit his job as a producer for Real Housewives of Atlanta because he wanted to date Candy.
You know what?
Mhm.
This is such a beautifully put together messy ass show.
Look, you find love where you find love. A lot of people find love at work. I'm not mad at it. I really look at Todd and Candy and see a beautiful relationship. I see a relationship that a lot of women should try to aspire to, where you can find a man. Well, you might be a millionaire, but he ain't broke. You know, Todd has his own money. He might just not have
Yeah,
millions, but you find you a man that loves you, cherishes you, supports you, and helps you build more millions. Todd isn't sitting in the house, as you know, like some of these Instagram people y'all be looking at, spending up all Candy's money and all the
Ooh,
Gucci and all the Louis on all the vacations. Todd is hustling with his wife. They're making more money together. And so many people are caught up on the fact that Todd makes less and y'all sitting up in houses paying all y'all bills when you could have a good man that's helping you make more. You missing.
exactly,
So many
exactly.
people caught up on Todd making less. They lonely asses, Sheree. Because how much now see Sheree you got, but I know Martell doesn't have the same.
You know, people still question this lady to this day about how she paid for her house.
I'm still questioning it. Sheree's house doesn't look lived in. Nobody's
Right.
house is that clean. Sheree doesn't make enough money to have somebody in that house cleaning it spotless daily. Her house doesn't look lived in. There
Why
isn't
did
a
I?
crease in the sofa cushion. There isn't a glass in the sink. Sheree looks like she shows up to the chateau, she films, and then she goes back to whatever apartment she lives in.
Wait, which season did she actually finish the house?
Who knows?
I forget. I forget. It's been a while.
I don't know what Sheree is doing for that house, but if I was Sheree and I was actually living in that house,
And
I
it's a
wouldn't
nice
be on
house too.
TV. I wouldn't be on TV because I can guarantee you the IR and the S is trying to figure out how are you paying for this estate in the middle of Buckhead with your couple $100,000 on Atlanta. We know she got creditors up the ass, but see, we already know, and I ain't even got to say, I'm going to say allegedly because I don't know for myself, but this is what I've heard the word on the curb that Sheree put everything in her mama name. So if
What?
everything is in her mama name, so they can't come after her money for all the debt that she's incurred.
If it wasn't a weekday, I would absolutely have a drink right
I could use a drink. I left my computer at work too, so I can't put up to that because I actually have to go in the office. I
now.
do that on purpose so I can make myself go in the office. I leave my computer at work.
See, I just Sheree.
But we
Okay.
jumped on. Okay, let's get to this party that Sanya said cost $100,000. And I was eyeballing hard. I was like, $100,000 where? Did you add too many zeros, Tanya? It was a nice party. I'm not gonna shade it, but I didn't see $100,000 worth of anything. You had concrete floors, cafeteria doors. It wasn't no food. I didn't see no decorations. All I saw was a stripper on a hula hoop in the middle of the floor and a Russian roulette table. I know you didn't pay $100,000. Now, did you see a little bit more? Because maybe I missed something.
No, I'm laughing at what you just said. I'm thinking about it right now. The hula hoop and the Russian roulette table.
That's all I saw. Like, Sanya, where did you put this $100,000? If you really spent, Sanya, I don't even believe you make $100,000.
She
Now
probably
you
she
might
pro-
make 200. This your second season, but I know you ain't paid half. See, the IRS already gonna take 50% of that, 45. So I know you ain't spent your whole paycheck on this party. It doesn't make sense. I didn't even see $40,000 worth of I don't care what event hall you went to in Atlanta. You did not spend $100,000 on that party. I wish y'all would stop it. Y'all just be saying stuff to sound grand, and But we got
Yeah.
eyeballs. I said it last night on Kamisha's channel. It was y'all party, but y'all showed up looking the worst. You let Ralph come in a better suit than your husband.
She just really disappoints me.
But anyway, we get to this party. I get this $100,000 party, and the foolishness immediately begins. We've already talked about these DMs of Martell's. Part two of that is show next week, so I ain't even gonna get into that. Let's get into the headbutt of it all. This lady,
Hmm.
because I really need you to answer this for me.
Okay.
Candy and this lady named Courtney really fighting about Candy saying she knew her, but she don't. Like, are we really arguing? I heard you tell somebody that you know me, but you don't really know me. Like, is that really the issue of all of this?
I was about to say, if I don't know somebody, then I'm really gonna be like, I don't know you. Like, what do you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want? What exactly do you want from me? Because we've never met. Like, I don't know your favorite color. I don't know when your birthday is. I don't know what car you drive. I don't even know if you're from Atlanta. And you're asking me, you know what?
I didn't understand. I'm like, number one, even if it was a lie, I do feel like when new ladies come on the show, Candy was probably doing her research, Googling her, asking around, like, who is Courtney? Because she wants to know who this person is that's coming on the show. I feel like that's what Candy was doing.
Right.
But even if Candy Burris was going around, I'm in Memphis, was going around Memphis saying, I know Angie, I don't want to fight Candy for saying she know me. I'm in all of the cloud. Yeah, Candy know me, and I know Candy too. And I don't know Candy from another can of paint. I understand where the fight is coming from because this lady with 10 million followers was telling people she knew you. I didn't understand what the fight was about. Now, Candy, on the flip side, I didn't understand. I'm about to headbutt this bitch. I didn't understand why it
Well,
went to.
this is the thing you gotta understand, and I've always known this rule for a while now. This specifically applies to short individuals.
Oh,
This applies to individuals. Excuse me. This really applies to men and women under like 5'5". Y'all have to swing first.
well,
Y'all have to
damn.
swing
I'm
first.
under
You gotta
5'5".
swing first, and you gotta swing first, headbutt, do what you have to do. Because you know when you are getting into it with a larger or taller person, you have to have the advantage by moving first. You just have to. I get why she said she was about to headbutt her.
Courtney was doing a lot of that double dutch, like she was getting ready to jump in the rope. She was doing a lot
Well,
of
you
that, and
can't do that.
don't
You
like
can't
to jump that.
you can't do that to especially to people in Atlanta. You cannot do that. You can't do that.
I just didn't understand. If it was me, and sometimes I like to argue, but most of the times that was an easy situation where I would have been like, "Girl, you got it. I don't know you," and I would have walked away. I didn't understand how this got escalated. Clearly, Courtney did want a moment. Courtney wanted that moment. Courtney is fighting for a peach. Friends sometimes have to do a lot because friends ain't even guaranteed to make it through the cut. Like they could be left on the editing room floor. So Courtney was
She should
doing
have been left on. She should have been left on the edge.
that scene could have completely been
You,
because it
if
was
she wants
ridiculous.
to, if she really wants to entertain people and fight for a peach, then she should have got into it with Marlo. Because at least if you get into it with Marlo,
But this reminds me, and I'm gonna put Andrew's comment back up there. It reminds me of Nene, and Nene said it all the time, but people thought Nene just had a big head. People would come on the show and get into it with Nene because Nene was the head bitch of Atlanta. And so if I want to get camera time, I have to go after the head. I have to have beef with the head. Candy is the highest paid. She has the most followers. Candy is the face. Look at the picture. She's in the center. Candy is the face of this show. So if
yeah.
I want screen time, I have to come get it in with Candy. And then I'm over Marlo on social media. Candy gonna work this season. We gonna make Candy work. This isn't the kind of work I want to see Candy do. I don't want to see people just poking at Candy, getting her to want to argue, fuss, and fight. That's not what this show is about. Like, I don't want to see people fighting. How about have a real? The biggest mistake these ladies are doing on this show.
I have a question.
What?
Who is let's be can we just be so for real right now? Who is genuinely Marlo's friend? Because I've been sitting here for the last 5 minutes thinking about it.
I guess Sheree. I mean, Sheree is kind of, and Sanya is holding on to anything she could hold on to, so she'll be Marlo's friend. I don't know. Look, the ladies are messing up. They should be beefing with Kenya because Kenya will give you what you want. She'll give you a moment and she'll throw a moment back in your face. But Candy is a lifeline. Everybody wants to read Candy for her husband, her parenting, everything else. But if I was on Bravo, me and Candy would be best friends. I would be soaking up so much knowledge. This lady has built an empire from this platform. I would be trying to learn from Candy, not beef with Candy. Y'all playing the game all wrong. Sheree, Candy should have been your best friend. She would have had that She by Sheree up and running correct. But everybody wants to beef with her because people want to beef with the head dog because they want the camera time. They want to try to make Candy feel like she's not as big as she is. So let's try to break her down.
And they want the money. They want the money. They want that promotion. That's really what that is. They ain't gonna get it though.
Right. We not believing the therapy, Andrew. Marlo and her therapy is already on my fast forward list. She was the only one that got a cute fast forward this week. But if I see that therapist again, it's an immediate fast forward.
You know what's crazy? I also feel like Candy is the only one out of the whole group who could actually like bullshit a storyline and get away with it. I don't feel like anybody else in the group can do that.
They did not hold Marlo and Sheree accountable last season for any of their bullshit. They gave them the first 2 chairs and did not hold them accountable.
Yeah, Marlo and
they
her
just let Marlo
speech.
come back. I'm so sorry. I was in foster care and I got all this trauma and I ain't never dealt with it, so I don't know how to act and I just act out. But forgive me, my mama was on drugs. Her sob story.
But she had the sob story because she was wrong. With a
sob story.
That's what and that's not even just with Housewives. That's with all these celebrities. It's an immediate sob story with certain things when you don't want to be held accountable for something.
Instead of being genuine and just apologizing and being real, you go into your sob story. Candy called it out. Every time she get ready to check Marlo go into her childhood. Girl, you are almost 50 years old. If you ain't,
and she been doing that. She been doing that though. Like even prior to her having a peach, she been doing that.
Yes, that's Marlo's MO.
Listen.
If I was them, I would tell you F you and your childhood. Like, you need to start throwing that stuff back in Marlo's face. Now, I heard Candy gonna bring up all of her mug shots and her slicing somebody's face open. So her and Candy are gonna get down and dirty this season.
You know what is so sick? For it to be called Real Housewives of Atlanta, it's only 2 people married. It's only 2 people.
It's really only I forgot about Sanya because I was saying really it's only Candy, but we can fire Sanya already. Sanya is already on my to be fired list, and it's only episode 1.
I think where she could have had her moment, she completely lost the moment was the last year when her and Kenya was getting into it, and it was something that Kenya said. Everybody was like they knew to come back. Like they knew, like watching as a viewer, they knew how to clap back.
It was on that
but
group.
Sanya
didn't have no.
Mm-hmm. And she didn't know how to respond. So it's kind of like, well, are you going to be the girl that get into it with people? Which she don't seem like that type, but still, like it's a way. It's just a way to stand up for yourself. And even if you don't, just take some pointers. Like pay attention to when everybody else get into it. Still, you know what I'm
I
saying?
think
Still a
Sanya is
word for some
big with
wordplay.
getting into it with Drew because I feel like Sanya feels like she can handle a beef with Drew. So I think she'll keep her beef with Drew, and she's probably going to be nice to Kenya, but she's also going to be Marlo's lapdog. Like Marlo is going to start shit, and she's going to, throw in her little 2 cents. She might be shady in the confessional, but I think Sanya is on the to be fired list. I'm already bored. Um, Andrew in the comments says bring back Eva and Shamari. I'm telling you right now, if there's a season 16,
16.
Portia will be back.
I can guarantee Portia will be back.
Portia will be back. Portia is cool with everyone. I don't. I know she's not going to beef with Kenya as much. I think her and
Yeah.
Kenya are over the beefing, but
I
Portia
think with them is like is ain't it light shade at this point? Like they
it's
don't.
light, yeah. It's
Yeah.
mutual respect, and I think that's why I said I feel like a lot of this is fake because all of them do this where they shade each other, shade. But then at the end of the season, Candy gonna be promoting She by Sheree and whatever Marlo got going on. Like I'm like, bitch, can't read me down about my kids and my parenting and my husband, and then I'm about to promote their products. F you. Candy is
I'm
way too nice for me.
I'm ready for Marlo to actually like garner build her storyline because I can't just do it with some kids that ain't hers.
Marlo has no storyline.
She don't have no man. She don't have no storyline. Does she have a business?
She renting clothes. I mean,
Oh, I forgot.
Tony Roman letting her put clothes on her back. I don't know who.
Ah, ah. I just thought about something. This is so, you know what? I didn't even go say that because that's so mean. That's so mean.
Go ahead and say it. We almost at an hour, so we could be mean the last few minutes.
Do you know those restaurants where it be one restaurant on one side and one restaurant on the other?
Like on Top Chef Restaurant Wars.
No, I'm talking about franchises. Like it'll be a Taco
Oh,
Bell on one side and a KFC on the
because I'm
other.
about to go to KFC Taco Bell right now as soon as we finish. Yep, I
I
know.
feel like I feel like Marlo's business is like it's like half goodwill. No, her stuff do look nice. I'm just talking crazy, but it's like half goodwill and half blockbuster.
Look, I don't know where Marlo gets her money from. It ain't nothing.
That's a good question. No, because didn't she date a billionaire or something like that? Like she was dealing with
Okay,
a
but that
billionaire.
was how many 2 decades ago? How much money he put in her account?
I don't know because apparently she got enough to have her own house.
I mean, a town that ain't right. That ain't right. A townhouse is still a house.
You know what? Let me shut up. That's
But
yeah.
I'm just saying, if you dated a billionaire, he couldn't get you no cute piece of property where you ain't got to have a wall connected to your neighbors.
You know what? She probably wasn't dating. She wasn't dating a billionaire. She was dating a trick.
I mean, that's you got to be a good trick to get somebody a house note in their name. That's some good tricking right there.
That's a good.
Most men won't even put a car in your name, but at least Marlo got her a house. So I ain't mad at whatever Marlo did. I ain't mad at it. Cause I don't know nobody else that got a house. I know a couple of people. I know a couple of people where a man bought them a car, but as soon as it was over, they drove that shit right back to their house. Mm-mm.
I just want to see her with a guy. Like, when have we ever seen Marlo with her
I
man?
would like to see Marlo dating. I would like to see Marlo not dating in the stereotype of her joke, like some old white man that people can be like, oh, that's your John. I would like to
Yeah,
see Marlo really dating for love, even if it's just like it only lasted a month, or we just having fun, or I'm just dating to be dating, not looking to get married. I would like to see Marlo have more fun. I would like to see her actually go shop for some clothes. Like, let's see what you go pick out and try it on. It has to be more than just being messy.
Yeah, because you know what?
Can we see you take a business meeting so we can at least see if you have any kind of business mind? Like, it has to be more than just being messy.
You know, it'd be really good what she should do. Even though she got that foundation, I feel like she should try and like start her own, not that particular foundation, but another one where it's kind of like she could be a little bit more hands on instead of just donations and stuff.
I don't know. I mean, the producers feel like we want someone to be below the belt messy, so they keep Marlo around. But I feel like it's not what I want to see. Like, you guys have the message wrong. But hey,
And this is only episode one. It's only episode one.
I said the same thing. I said we've already seen the super trailer in episode one. I don't feel too good about the rest, but I'm gonna watch, read, and review.
Try. I'm starting to get to the point where I'm getting like bored with a lot of my TV shows. I tried to watch Big Brother Canada later or earlier, and I just
We do
tuned
have
out.
BB25 coming up, and you know that's gonna be a hit, no matter how
Yeah,
crazy it is.
it's it's gonna be
Um,
insane. It's
what
gonna
else?
be different. It's gonna be different too, because I am now a I guess I would consider myself a sophomore in the BB community. I was a freshman last summer.
Oh, oh no.
I mean, I've been around, but to actually be in a community and do the spaces and
Oh,
stuff,
being
like,
Twitter. I'm gonna
yeah,
come back because Kamisha says she's doing Big Brother Spaces. So I will be back to Spaces for Big
yeah,
Brother.
I'm gonna pop in there too.
Um,
Kamisha hosts real good spaces.
Kamisha hosts good spaces. Hers are organized. Um, Big Brother, like, I know we done with Atlanta. We just talking now. Big Brother Twitter is an experience where if you haven't experienced it and you love Big Brother, you just have to create a Twitter account for the summer. Just do it for the summer, and you will be caught up in the melee of mess. It is just
And nobody's safe. We got to make that clear. Nobody is safe in that community.
at any point the
Nobody.
community could, one tweet, the community can turn on you at any point.
One tweet, or you decide you want to go in a space and you want to have a conversation with the group.
It's not for the weak at heart. If
It is
you
not for the
don't
weak.
have thick skin and you're very sensitive and you can't take a read, don't do it. Don't do it. But if you like a good amount of mess and chaos in Big Brother, get you a Twitter account for the season. Just delete it after the season is over. I promise you, you'll have fun. You will have fun. It's fun to me. It's messy, but it's fun.
They're gonna get a lot of traction this year, especially after what happened with BB Can. It was that was a
I don't watch Big Brother Canada, so I'm.
oh, let me no. I'm gonna give you the quick little rundown. So
Well, tell me.
they had three three walk-offs, and there was a letter controversy. Somebody done brought a letter in from the outside world. They hid it in their clothes, and it was from like their girlfriend or something. And so he told like two boys in secret that he wasn't cool with. Like they was I don't know if they was cool. I don't. It was a mess, and they tried to kick them out, and then somebody walked because they didn't kick the boy out because basically they thought that the letter didn't have excuse me they thought that the letter had like an advantage on it, But it's kind of like if you're a new player and you're stepping into the Big Brother house, even if you did bring a letter, what advantage could somebody possibly give you if they don't
Right.
work for, you know what I'm saying? So it's, yeah. So he ended up staying. They just gave him like little punishments and stuff. Like he couldn't vote, he couldn't get HOH or whatever. But the other boy walked. He walked just because of that.
I mean, rules are rules. Well,
Yeah, rules are
was the
rules.
person who brought the letter white? No offense.
The person who brought the letter was black. Not only black, but African at that.
Well, and they ain't put his ass out. I'm surprised.
They didn't put him out. And then one of the boys that told on him, because there was two of them. One of the boys that told on him, he's like, I don't know what his ethnicity is. My assumption is that he's black, not particularly. Well, he got black features, but more so, I feel like he's black based off of expression, because it's just it's certain expressions black folks do that you know how to go.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like they got mad basically because his boy was gonna go home, like his number one in the game, and it became a big deal because it's like you decide, because at first they wasn't gonna tell. They said, "Oh, you got a letter here. Okay, cool. It is what it is." But because their little
But
friend
it's
was
still
gonna,
not fair.
it's
If I
it's
don't have no love from home and I'm trying to make it through this house with all these cameras and this experiment, and I don't have a reference of love to go back to, you shouldn't either. And they should have put him out the house. Rules are
Well,
rules.
here's the thing. Well, here's the thing. They didn't put him out the house because the letter on there again didn't have any information on. So what they did was when he got punished, he couldn't play in the next HOH, or he couldn't have a vote at the eviction for that eviction that was about to happen. However, they ended up giving the whole house. So it became a positive at the end of the day. Like he got to stay in the house and everybody in that, because that's fair. Like he got
But
punished
why they just
obviously,
ain't
but
put him on the block and vote his ass out?
he wasn't the target.
He wasn't a target.
He wasn't the target. They was the person who was HOH. I think she was it was a girl. It was a girl that was HOH, and they was working together. And they felt like the whole letter thing could basically like mess up their alliance. It was a whole thing. There was that, and
That should have been
then
a punishment. You got a letter, sit your ass on this block, and hope they don't vote your ass out. But if they do, oh well. If not,
yeah,
you got good game.
she said. Well, I guess he had a good game because everybody was on his side. I was on his side too though, because I just feel like, granted, again, he shouldn't have brought the letter.
I'm on his side.
He shouldn't have brought the letter. But the other thing is they had already had those two walk offs before. So
Oh,
then
so they didn't
yeah,
want people walking
yeah.
off.
So that was yeah. So if that, it was just kind of like, oh well, if he get kicked out the game, and then it's kind of like somebody she gonna have to. It was a whole mess because he also was the same person who won veto too. So it's like if he wasn't able to get out the block, they kick him out the game. She got to do another replacement. Like it was a mess. It was a
They
mess.
about to start doing Big Brother pat downs. Before you walk in, hold up, we got to pat you down. Empty your pockets.
What
Them
I
good
think
old
it
TSA
is,
pat downs.
you know what I think it is with BB Can though, because with BB Can, you know what, like BBUS, you can't like go inside wearing certain brands and stuff. They can wear brands in Big Brother Canada. Like it was a girl in the fourth season, she wore an Adidas shirt, and
Hmm.
I think they was on. Eichel was on there wearing Uggs. So it's kind of, well, it might have been Bear Paws, but I'm sure the label was on there. But still, like with the American stuff, like they can't really show the labels of clothes and everything unless they're gonna, obviously promote it and run commercials and everything.
Do you see the T in the chat?
Oh, what is going on?
Well, first, Andrew says BB25 is supposed to be all
Shit.
season.
If it's all returnees, I
I
would
mean,
be.
depending on who return, I might not be interested. I feel like they should keep it with fresh new people.
I think it should be fresh new people too. If y'all gonna do, or if y'all are gonna bring people back, do what they did on BB Can 5 and do like one half of the house is new, the other half of the house is returnees
No, they
or
already did that. They
wait,
if
what season was that? Because I know they did that, but like I don't remember which season they did that in.
I don't know the number, but
But
they
it's a lot of, but it's also a lot of seasons where they just bring people back. Like they're bringing people back
if
is
it's not
nothing
all
new.
winners, I don't want to see it. If it's not all
She
winners,
said if it's not all winners.
because I would love to see winners play. And I know people are like, oh, that wouldn't be enough black people because only one black person won. I get it. But
Two.
who the second?
Taylor?
Taylor is the first.
No, Xavier
Oh,
is.
damn it. I done forgot about you. I done already forgot about you, sir. You know, all I know is Taylor. I'm sorry. The whole cookout, everything. I done forgot about his ass that quick.
Yeah. Who's the other one? No, Taylor's the first black woman.
Black woman. Okay. Yes. Okay. I don't know. I don't want to see returnees. I don't feel like it's enough returning people I like. But if they put that ankle on there, I'll be so mad.
You said the ankle. Who you talking about?
You know the ankle.
You talk about Thanksgiving?
No, the ankle, the one who was on her scooter all last season.
Who was on that ankle last season?
The nail lady.
Oh, you talking about? You talk about blindside Butterbean?
Yeah.
You
Andrew.
know what?
Hmm?
You know what? She was she was wrong for how she treated that girl, but I cannot lie. She was hilarious. She was funny.
Not to me. Oh, she worked my last nerve.
She
Mm-mm.
was no, it's like the memes and stuff they make of her and the stuff that she would do in the house. She was really funny. I can't lie. She was a bad person, but she was really funny. But
Jasmine.
she
That's her name. Yeah, Jasmine
yeah
is fun to make fun of, but that was about it. I ain't like her at all. But Andrew, create a Twitter account, and I think I'm gonna create a fake one just for Big Brother this
Andrew
season.
said, how do you get a
All you have to do is follow the hashtag BB25, and I guarantee you will be fully engulfed in Big Brother Twitter. Every tweet about people tweet nonstop 24/7. As long as you follow BB25, you will be on Big Brother Twitter.
Yeah, all you gotta do is join the space or catch a tweet where somebody says we finna make a group chat. Would you like a part? And once you do that, yeah, you gonna be in there like swimwear.
You're in. Just make a Twitter account. You don't even have to have a picture. Make a crazy name. You will be in there, and it's chaotic, but it is fun. If you like chaos, if you don't like chaos and it's stressful, don't do it because you delete
It
that.
depends. It depends on the role that you're planning to play when being a part of the community. If you are somebody who's just gonna sit back and watch them, just sit back
If
and
you
watch
just
the
gonna
mess.
sit back and watch, sit back and watch. But if you want to comment, if you
Take a
decide to
step.
comment,
You want to drop the opinion. You want to
have it.
gather somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Just be prepared. Just step on there, step on the scene.
People
But
have
you'll have a good time.
names. People don't
It's
agree,
okay.
and you just have
It's
to. You
okay.
have to be Nene Leaks. You said what you said. We ain't got to agree and move on. But if your feelings get hurt, I would stay away.
But ultimately, regardless of like what your experience is, most of the time it's a good time.
It's a good. I have a good time.
Yeah.
Big Brother Twitter is better than the show because half the time I'll be on the space and even watch the show because everything you need to know is on. If you don't like spoilers, don't do it. Big Brother Twitter is a giant spoiler because live feeds will be
But
up.
yeah, I was gonna say Big Brother itself is kind of a spoiler. Like the whole show is like a spoiler. Only thing we don't get spoiled with is the beginning
It's
and the
the
finale.
eviction. Yes.
Yeah.
But some people don't like people who don't watch live feeds. They just like to watch the show like you wouldn't like Big Brother Twitter. But they do the same thing for the challenge, yes, but it's not as exciting. Like the
A
challenge,
lot. I had to leave. I left the challenge alone a long time ago. I've also left Survivor alone a long time ago.
I love the
Um,
challenge and Survivor.
Everybody likes those shows. I like them. I just well, Survivor comes on too quickly for me, and it's kind of like because everybody say it come on what 2 times a year, and I feel like every time I see a new Survivor, I feel like it's 4 times a year. I feel like Survivor come on so much. It's I just feel like Survivor comes on as much as Jerry Springer did. Like Survivor is on so much.
Survivor, they do because once one season ends, they have another one that's ready to go within like
On the
6 weeks.
whole other side of the country, on the whole other side of the planet. I'm sorry, I said country. They have a new Survivor on like the whole other like. Let's say they was in Survivor Australia. Now they don't went from Australia
Oh, but
to
see, you
to.
talking about all them spinoffs. I only watch CBS. If it don't come on CBS, I ain't
No, I'm
watching it.
just no. I ain't talking about the spinoff. I'm talking about. I'm just saying like the location. Like
Uh,
they'll go, yeah, they try because they go everywhere, and they find all these random islands, and I be sitting here like, where do y'all be finding these places at? Because y'all gonna
well,
run out eventually.
has a contract with Fiji. So like the past, I don't know, 10, maybe 10 survivors have all been in Fiji. They don't go to different places anymore.
Don't do it no more. I mean, yeah, that makes sense, but it's also kind of like money tight anyway. So their
Now this
budget probably is.
I saw in the chat. Did you hear about this? They said Christmas in Memphis got into a bar fight. Now were they
Yes.
fighting each other or fighting the people at the bar?
No. So what happened was when the video came on, I believe they set a bar, but it looked like they was walking out of a restaurant. To be honest, it didn't look like they was at a bar, but it was like you know how the little plazas be like they'll have like it could be like a nail salon, a Chinese restaurant, and then it'll be like a Big Lots or a dollar store right
Mhm.
there. It's kind of like one of them kind of plazas, and they was fighting in it. And Christmas was on the ground fighting the girl, and Memphis was fighting the dude. Memphis beat up the dude, but I don't feel like Christmas won her fight because she looked like she was getting beat. She looked like she was getting her ass whooped. I'm not gonna lie.
That was for Davon.
She
That was
looked like
karma for Davon because Davon, she could all that clapping you was doing, and she was like, "Don't do all that clapping. I can't be the angry black." That was karma,
that
and
was for Davon and Bailey.
this for Davon and Bailey. We gonna get into your ass for Davon and Bailey, and I don't feel no kind of sorry for Christmas.
I don't feel bad for Christmas
Matter of
either.
fact,
I didn't.
send me the
It's
video on the
it's
D.
crazy that I didn't know because when I saw her first original season, I was a casual. Like I didn't. I wasn't real. Like I would be on BB Twitter. Like I would tweet, but I didn't have circles or friends or spaces or anything like that. And when I was watching that as a casual, I had liked her, but when I found out all the extra stuff, like the felonies and all the other stuff, I was like, oh, you this type of person.
Did I ever like Christmas? I don't think I ever liked her.
You probably didn't.
I don't think I cared for her.
Their whole season sucked though.
Hey,
Their
Glenda,
season was
Christmas was a
horrible.
part of that bully season where every
Well,
week
which
we gonna
season?
bully somebody.
Okay, which season? Which season you referring to? Because there's been a lot of the modern seasons are like that. Maybe with the
The
exception
one
of
where
like
Paul
20.
was the ringleader, and every week Paul would say, "Okay, so and so going home this week," and then everybody in the house would isolate and bully that person, and then everybody like, "Well,
That was 19.
Paul ain't gonna never say me," but then the next week Paul would say, "Yes, BB19, yes,"
He originally started on 18 and they brought him back.
because Chris
I will give it to him though.
broke
He
her
a good
ankle.
player. He a good player.
Paul should have won over Josh, but Paul didn't have good jury management, and that's a huge part of the game. But Paul played strategically better than Josh. And unfortunately, we stuck with his ass as a winner.
I ain't mad at the fact that Josh won. That's what Paul get. The same way he lost to Nicole that first time around. And
Yep.
I don't, the community don't mess with Nicole.
I don't like Franzel.
Friends, Franzel.
I don't fool with Franzel either. But Andrew, yes, if you want to cut up BB Twitter, because you can come up, you could talk, you don't have to put your face can't come up because it's all like talking on the phone. It's like a huge three-way call with like 20 people. And
It could go up to like I believe it's like 10 or 12 speakers, ain't it?
I can't remember how many speakers. I think it's between 12 to 18. I can't quite remember. But it's a good time. You will have a good time on Twitter Spaces. I need to get back into them. I've taken a huge break.
Me too.
Oh, Survivor 46 and 47 are going to be somewhere else. Okay. Hey, Glenda, did I tell you? Hey, girl, I know it say Atlanta, but we done finished with Atlanta and moved over to Big Brother. But again, if you like Big Brother and you like a little bit of extra drama with your summer season, just create a Twitter account and get ready. It's so much fun.
I
So
don't
much.
know what it is, but I feel like
Hey, Suda.
it'll be I don't know why, but I feel like it's gonna premiere earlier than what it usually does.
Big Brother, I hope so, because it's supposed to be a summer show, and last year it didn't come. It came on damn near my birthday.
Cause it did come on pretty late. It usually is though, like beginning of July, like that.
It
Some
should start
usually,
in June. The summer
yeah,
is.
I think it should. I think it should start in June. But they also were talking about how because the last I think it's the last 2 seasons or maybe the last 3 seasons. It's been 84 days, like in the 80 some days, and
Mhm.
usually a lot of the time it's
Yeah,
supposed to
it's
be
a lot longer.
99, 100 days, but I think they might have just changed. I'm pretty
They
sure they
they
changed it.
shortened it a lot because of COVID. They changed a lot of things because of COVID. But now that a lot of people are vaccinated, a lot of people aren't as scared of COVID, that
Yeah,
a lot of shows are going back to normal. So I hope Big Brother goes back to normal. But
I'm kind of I'm see how this how we go about these new shows as part of because I can almost guarantee probably I mean we probably all air I think the shows for the summer that's set is set, but I do think that by the time fall come around it's gonna be like a
well, what else is new coming out this summer?
I know Dubai's supposed to come back. The Dubai Housewives supposed to come
I'll give it a chance.
back.
I didn't finish last season. Like once they was talking about Phaedra was coming, I didn't. I don't think I finished last season. I didn't. I lost interest. But
It's also that it was also their first though. So
it
I
was.
don't
But I
yeah,
love
so
Chanel. Is her name Chanel
Chanel,
Ion or Ion Chanel?
the slim one.
Yes, the model. I love her.
She is a darling. I absolutely love her. I like all three of the black women on there.
Yes,
Um,
Glenda, there's a show coming with Davon on it. It's called The GOAT. I plan on doing a video about that this week where we talk about it. It's called The GOAT, where they're trying to find the best reality star, and it's like about 15 of them all in the house playing games with each.
oh, that group picture she was in?
Yes.
Cause I was sitting here trying to figure out which show that was.
It's called The GOAT. I hope it comes on the channel. I don't have to pay an extra subscription for it because I am not. I am not.
I
I
was I
am
was
not.
about to say. I was about to say. Listen, it's all quality when you paying for them subscriptions. Unless you paying for a Zeus subscription, then
I refuse to get back on Zeus because it's something Amazon Freeform or some. I don't know. I don't know, but I hope it just come on Amazon Prime. But all I saw was Davon and Alyssa Edwards, and I was in. Oh, it's gonna be bootleg if I don't have the subscription. Just put it on Amazon Prime. I already got Amazon Prime. I don't want to pay for anything else.
But you know what's funny? I mean, a lot of these shows now you could just Google it. Like it's website. It's literally websites for all the shows everybody watch, whether it be reality or prime time or whatever show kind of show. They all on the internet.
I hope so because I want to see Davon and I want to see Alyssa Edwards. I think Wendell was on there. Jill Zarin. It's a couple good. It's a lot of good people on there. I'm really interested. It's Tanisha on there. It's another show. They haven't released as much information called The Villain House,
I
where
think I heard that going around too.
a lot of TV villains are going to be competing, and I want to watch The Villain House too. So it's some shows coming up that we will be talking about, but nothing is going to top Big Brother. Um,
Depending on who they cast, I need to see the cast first.
I agree. And release the cast early and check these people backgrounds.
We gotta check backgrounds. But you know
Go
what
back to
though?
the beginning of their Twitter. I don't care if they was in elementary school. Go back to the beginning and see if they got any controversial information on there. Because we tired of people getting pulled at the last minute, or you put the people on the show and we like them, but oh damn, they done said some messed up stuff.
So I ain't gonna lie. I kind of with the guy that they pulled last year and added Joseph. I kind of want him to come back and play, even though I don't particularly care for him. I want him to come back and play because I do think that he will be good TV.
I disagree. He played on the circle and he was disappointed on the circle. He's fun to look at.
He's been on more than one. He has a really good agent because he was the
What
reason.
show? What
Okay,
other show?
so he was on the reason because the original reason why he got pulled from Big Brother was because he was on a different show.
Yeah, I heard he was on.
I believe it was America's Got Talent. Yeah, he was on America's Got Talent. He was on the Circle, and then he was on some Big Brother in Africa.
Yeah, because he is African. How did he do?
I don't watch that franchise. I really only watch BBUS and BB Can. I don't even really watch the BBUK franchise, and I know people are obsessed with that.
Uh, hmm. Well, what is his name again? Mozzie
Marvin.
Marvin. Okay, I agree. Marvin, let him come back and play. I feel like
him and that the I don't think it was that last season. I think it was the season before. When Xavier won, the bald girl, Christy.
I'm not interested.
I want all the people who don't, because it's messed up that people don't really get to come back and play if they have certain stuff going on. Like, I think some people
Didn't she
should.
have COVID? I think they booted her. They said they tried to
It
make
was because she had, yeah, it was because she had COVID. It was something along the lines of that. But I don't know. They said she was like really unhinged, like on the internet. They said she's real funny and people like her. So I don't know, but
I'm not interested.
whatever new people we get, I'll be
I want
okay
them to
with.
cast different stereotypes of people. Like maybe try another state outside of Texas. It's like 49 more. Like we always have to have a Texas person. We always got to have a jock. We always got to have a military person. We always got to
It
have.
was like a really big group of them. Like they pulled a lot of people out of Florida last year, and I thought that was so weird.
And you see how that turned out.
Yeah, listen, just thinking about, just based on all the weird, because Florida is not a real place. Florida got some things going on.
They do. I ain't gonna comment though, but they do.
Yeah, Florida is it's a weird, just like how California is, but that's just as weird. If
But
not
hey,
weirder.
you don't watch Survivor this season, but the people who watch Survivor will understand what I'm saying. Like Survivor really went outside of their casting bubble. Like they have so many different type, like the personalities that are on Survivor right now are not the typical jocks and Instagram models. Like they really got different personalities. I would like to see that because forget all of that. Big Brother, just get people who know the game. I'm tired of people coming on the show and not understanding how to play the game. At least get people who know Big Brother, watch Big Brother, and want to play Big Brother, and not just on television for Instagram.
Somebody just because they're literally at least half the cast of any of the Big Brothers. A lot of the time they add them just for like looks and aesthetics and all this other stuff when it really should be, because it's a lot of people, especially in the community too. It's a lot of people that would love to play that game.
I agree. That's why I think I'm enjoying this season of Survivor. They actually, I would say 90% of the people playing Survivor right now are super fans. They love Survivor. They've been trying to get on Survivor. They're giving everything. They have strategies in mind. They aren't here for the show of it all. They love the game. I want them to do the same thing with Big Brother. Get the same type of people that love the game of Big Brother and want to play.
Yes, and I really hope they don't give us no weird bullshit ass twists. Because some of them twists that I will say within the last couple years, some of them twists have been horrible.
I'm old. I like old school Big Brother. DM Rocks, I don't know any my zodiac sign is Leo, and I don't know any of the Leos in Big Brother.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me read it. I am the zodiac sign Cancer. The Big Brother players that are Cancers are June, France. Is June a Cancer?
I don't know these
Evil Dick,
people's birthday.
Boogie, Brendan, Brendan, and Johnny Mac. Okay, what that got to do with anything? Because
No, he just asked earlier up in the chat, like, do we know who has the same zodiac sign as us in Big Brother? I'm not a big zodiac person. I know that I'm a Leo. I just don't know. I never thought to look into that, but I might see if I have some Leos that I like. Cause
I would say I think I know the signs of the people maybe from the last two seasons, but
I couldn't tell you nobody's birthday. If your birthday
not
don't,
not the birthday. I could tell the sign, but I can't tell you the birthday.
I don't know nothing. If it don't come up on my Facebook page, I don't know.
If it don't come up on my Facebook page.
But oh wait, Danielle Donato. That's the Danielle I don't like. I don't care.
Is she?
Is it
I
the
thought
black Danielle or evil dick daughter Danielle?
I
Yeah,
thought it was the black Danielle.
I don't like the evil dick daughter Danielle because she tried to make it seem like Bailey was stealing.
Oh, you talk about on All Stars?
Yes.
See,
I'm
I
like,
didn't really like her on All Stars either. I think it's crazy how some of these people, especially the people who return to play the game, because that was her third time playing. And I think it's so crazy, like how quickly people's personalities change. Because I loved her on BB13.
that's what I was gonna say. It's the group think mentality.
Yeah,
Danielle wasn't like that in previous seasons, but she got around a bunch of people who thought in their Karen ass ways, their racist ass ways, and she brought that part of herself up out of her because she didn't have to talk about people with stealing clothes and stabbing people with forks. And well, maybe that was Christmas, but it was a group.
yeah.
Yes, she was up Cody's butt and she lost. I was expecting so much more from Danielle, but I was expecting Danielle to be the one to go to Bailey and Davon and make a move. But All Stars is far, and I ain't gonna go back there. I ain't gonna make myself upset about All Stars.
All Stars was horrible. I'll never say All Stars was the worst season though.
It wasn't the worst.
All I think. between the two, the only well, I don't speak on the forbidden season, 15.
Yeah, there's a
Um,
few forbidden seasons.
I don't speak on 15. I always say 15 was the worst, but I think 21 was pretty bad too. 21 was god awful.
Who was on 21? Is that the
Um,
one KC one? Because
no, that was 20 wasn't bad to me. It was the one that Kimmy was on. And when it's the one that that's when they had like the camp thing. And then when they got to the end of the game, when they got to the end of the game, and they had her read them for filth,
they should bring her back
she not gonna. No, she already said she wasn't playing again. A lot of the black folks who go on there say they wouldn't play again. And I don't blame them.
because they know it's not Big Brother isn't meant for you.
It's not the kind of experience that like I can understand
Because
why
Big
Davon.
Brother is a fishbowl of America. And as much as people don't want to admit that America is racist, like they fishbowl, you're in a fishbowl of America. So you're going to be treated the same way you being treated at home. And a lot of people don't want to be in that bubble. And a
They
lot of
really
people have
don't.
all the best intentions, but it's a groupthink mentality. And you just have to think like, I'll speak for myself. When I go to a big event, and I walk in, I don't know anybody. The people you gravitate to are people who you feel like you would have something in common with. And I would probably gravitate towards the black people because I would try to hope that I have something in common with them. Not saying all black people get along. We know they don't. But when you're in a season of Big Brother and you're the only black person there, like they had it back in the day, who do they have to gravitate to?
Right.
And it only takes one bad apple. Danielle, for an example, we've never seen. I haven't. I don't know Danielle outside of Big Brother, but on Big Brother, I never seen that side of Danielle come out. But she got around people who had that kind of mentality, that Karen mentality. Her best friend Franzel, and look how Danielle started to act.
Yeah, she wasn't thinking for herself. A lot of them weren't though. A lot of them
David
were
was
not
on
thinking
Big
for
Brother
themselves.
21. Yes. I don't want to see David play again. David, I don't even think David knows what Big Brother is to this
I
day.
I don't think I want him to really play either.
It's always a mob mentality. Like Big
It
Brother,
is.
it really isn't good. It's about being in the main alliance. Let's find 8 of us to rock it out to the final
I,
eight.
I I get sick of that too though, because they usually get into it by week three, like week three, week four, the alliance over. I would you want to know what I want to see? They always have 16 people, right? It needs to be split house, and when I mean split, I mean you got 3 out of 16 people on one side, you got 3 out of 16 people on the other side, and
You
then you
want
got the
32
other
people in
10.
the
No, no,
house?
no, 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 no. I said 16. We three out of 16.
Oh, okay.
You got 3 out of 16 on one side, 3 out of 16 on the other side, and then you got the other 10 people in the house playing the middle. That is good TV because everybody in the middle will cause the most chaos. That's what I want to see, and they can always pick who go home.
Yeah, I just want to see something different. I want to see something that stops the group mentality of Big Brother and get old school Big Brother wasn't like this. And I don't know where it changed along the way. And I will say, I feel like we talking too much, but I want to say this. I feel like social media did have a part in that because now people are more aware of how they are perceived coming out of the house. They understand jobs are on the
Yeah,
line for how they're perceived. But in a way, they still be in there cutting up, acting a fool. But old school Big Brother, Oh, they acted up. They cussed you out. They said what they said. Every
and
week
and,
was a
and a lot
different
of the
part.
time it a lot of the time too, even like the twists were pretty decent. And a lot of the time those were also rare too. Like they probably in old school Big Brother, they probably won a twist for maybe like 3 weeks at a time.
Yeah, because they gave us drama. And in old school Big Brother, they allowed natural conflict. People weren't
Yes.
so self aware. Like, if you were snoring too loud and it bothered me, I'm cussing your ass out. And then if I cussed you out, then guess what? I might have to sit on the block next week because I cussed you out. And now we got to retwist around the house. Like, old school brother led, it had possibilities for twist and things to shake up, but now there's no shaking.
Yes.
It's
There's no
everyone.
shaking. It's always either
It's
everybody
one,
against a
two, three, four, five, six,
particular.
seven, eight, and
It's
us eight, we don't even like each other, and we'll cuss each other out. But because of the eight, we gonna work together.
right.
And out of that eight, we might snake one of you. We might snake one of the eight, but that's the most you get is one of the eight is gone, and it's boring. That's why I say you have to go on Twitter. If you just watch the TV show, you'll be bored. You got to go on Twitter to have your fun with Big Brother.
And see what they saying, and they get the this fandom is so crazy. Like they
They have
look
receipts.
up, they
They,
look
they
up
look up
everything.
everything. They are Inspector Gadget. They work for the FBI, the CIA. They will go through the background checks that Big Brother CBS needs to do. Twitter will do for you.
Twitter
They
will
can
do.
find.
Listen, they find your criminal history. They find
They're
out who
going
you
to
go with, where
find
you live. They done found people's
your
sex tapes,
relatives,
nudes, all kind of stuff.
all the foolishness you did in college. They gonna find the tea, and they aren't gonna just state it. They're gonna present facts. That's why there's so much content during Big Brother, because they're gonna upload facts. And so when you get on YouTube and talk during Big Brother, you're gonna have receipts to back it up. You just ain't gonna be talking nonsense. It is so good. It is so good.
Yeah. I wish though, because within the last couple seasons, it just to me, if I mean, obviously they'll have moments where people get into it, whatever. But I feel like they all be just sitting there trying to play summer camp. This is the thing. I have put my job, my family, my home, my life on hold to be trapped in a house with strangers for 3 months. For now, because the prize money has also been bumped up,
750. They need to go
seven
ahead and make it a
hundred
million.
and
Make it a million.
I agree. I agree too because I do feel like if you this the thing, what makes some real good TV, make it $1 million, cut back on the twist, and give us like a real good group of people. Do the correct provisions and background checks and everything, and then we'll have us a show. Oh, and one more big thing, start giving the power serious because they don't do it for real. Truthfully, start giving the power back to the people. We had it in season one. I'm not saying we play the game like that, but I do feel like when y'all sit up here every season and y'all say, um, the fans are gonna have the influence and we're gonna have the power to do that. No, you need to actually give that to us. Because the other thing about that is it also lets them know. I feel like if we had the power to do, well, I guess I can't say because they ain't supposed to know what we talk about. But if we had the power to have actual influence over the game, that'll ring some bells in a lot of the people's heads in that house and be like, "Oh, I'm not playing a good game. America don't like me. I didn't get that advantage."
That they had, it wasn't necessarily power in the game, but we had that. Remember where every week America would vote and send somebody some kind of twist, like it might be a
Yeah,
love
like it, like
or
twist or safety or
yeah,
something
a
like.
safety something, and it would let people know. who America likes
Right.
because it was all based on America vote. And you'd be like, oh, so and so got, the gift this week. America likes them. And then every week it would be like, but once you got your gift, you could no longer be voted for. So by week 5, you'd be like, well, damn,
I
America
ain't getting
don't
no
like
gifts. America don't
that.
like me. Oh, okay. Let me crank it up. Let me crank it up.
Right. Let me turn it up. What can I do? Let me internalize how I'm acting, because I like that because it made people self-aware of their position in the game with America. But I
Yes.
don't think America should have too much power because I really don't trust them votes anyway. I feel like production gonna give it to who they want to give it to anyway, especially that
I
American
I do
player.
I do not necessarily with the America's favorite player, but like I do feel like we should be having a lot more power.
We
Like
should have something where we could vote in and say, I do like when they drop them gifts and you be like, okay, they the most popular, they got the first gift, and okay, next week this person the most popular, and by week 3 you thinking like, well, damn, I ain't got nothing. I like
be
that
able
because
to.
people used to talk to the cameras more, and explain their game. Like people are really in here just doing what other people say do, and it's boring.
We need some of them older competitions back, like that pressure cooker competition. What?
We do need competitions that last longer, where it makes people want to fight for it. Oh yeah, it was called the America's Care. Y'all, some of y'all, Andrew, you got a good memory. You got a good memory. I knew it came floating out of the sky.
I like that pressure cooker competition. I also have always been a big fan of the majority rules. I really like that one.
I don't like majority rules. I don't like competitions where the big alliance
That
in the
you
house
are.
gang up on people.
They wouldn't know how to do that though, because if everybody answering the same way, it's kind of like okay, y'all
Oh,
all
you talking about majority rules when they ask
yeah,
the question.
yeah.
It's kind
You
of like
supposed to you supposed to yeah, you supposed to answer how the house is thinking, not how you thinking.
yes, I like that too because that used to be the final HOH.
They do it with the large group in the beginning, like when it's like 12 or 13 of them.
Oh, well, yeah, do that again. Do something. I don't know.
I
I just
I
can't wait to see it. I can't
Cause
wait to
some
see it.
some of these other competitions, I don't. I'll be so over it. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be checked out around like hotel. I start to check out on hotel. I start to check out on
Now I
what's
do like OTEV. I like
you,
OTEV. That's
you like the
something.
hotel?
That's a staple. OTEV has to stay. I like. I don't know. Do they do it anymore where they have to dig through the gross stuff and spell a word? I don't think they have to do the spelling one again.
The spelling ones are really good.
And I like what's his name? The RoboCop, where he come out
Zingbot,
and feed everybody.
Zingbot.
Yeah, Zingbot. Some things are staples. I like
That's a
when they,
staple.
I don't even think they do this anymore where they hold on to something and they spin around and something slap you in the face and then you get to spinning and you just hold on until somebody falls off. Like it's certain competitions that I don't want them to get rid of, but they do need to incorporate some fresher things as well.
They
Like the slip and
definitely
slide.
do.
Don't get rid of slip and slide because we like to see people bust their ass.
Yes.
Hmm.
These slip and slide ones is funny. Hmm.
Glenda, they said America is gonna do live feeds. If USA cut live feeds like they did in Canada, their ratings would plummet.
They're not gonna do that. They're not cutting, and that's why it's so funny because Julie Chill was sitting there throwing shade on Twitter to them because she like we're now like the prime like America's pretty much damn near the primary show where we got live feeds. We're
Yeah,
probably the only Big Brother franchise that has live feeds.
I do like Hide the Veto too, and they trash the place. That's funny too.
Oh, that one's really funny
Yeah,
because who
you
the hell?
have to have the live feeds. I'm not watching. I don't even watch the show. I only really watch Big Brother on Thursday nights because that's the live
Because of
eviction.
eviction. Yeah.
Because of the live feeds, I already know the show, and I don't care how they're going to edit it unless I know it's like a huge fight coming up, and I want to watch the actual show to see how it's
Yeah.
edited. But without the live feeds, you're not going to get me to. I would be so uninterested.
And they get active. I remember last year they was trying to yell over the wall. They was trying to
That
yell
was
over
trying.
the wall.
That's the only thing they need. I don't know what kind of security they need out there, but they have to be able to stop the wall yellers.
I think the wall yelling is entertaining.
They did all that wall yelling and it ain't change anything. If you gonna be a good wall yeller, get to the point. Don't drop no subliminals. Don't just get to the point of what you're trying to say because they be yelling out stupid stuff and the people they hear it, but they just really don't know what to do with the information. Like, stop the subliminals. Be like, vote out Josh, or whatever you gonna say.
Yeah, I'm voting out John. Voting out John.
Or Paul is playing you. But they be doing it be too much. I don't know.
I just want them to. I want them to. I need some iconic fights because some of these fights they don't really get they don't get in. We probably have not had a really big serious blow up on Big Brother since.
You're not gonna have one. Everyone is concerned with their image. Black people don't want to be the angry black people no more. Um, Everyone is concerned. America's gonna hate me if I love old school Big Brother. I'm telling you, did you see BB10?
You know what? It's funny because I actually had went back and I had started watching because it was on Netflix, and I had started to go back and watch it, and I didn't. I think I stopped watching. By the time they maybe got to like Final Five, because at that point it's kind of like I already know what's gonna happen.
Not on
But
BB10.
no, I'm saying I stopped watching on BB10 because that after that they ain't really had no more arguments at the certain point. But
Yes, they did
BB10, BB10, they was
every week,
arguing down. The alliances were changing every week.
every day, every day.
Nobody trusted anybody. Everybody was playing their own
Keisha's birthday
game.
was a mess. Libra was a mess. April and Ali were a mess.
Libra
Rennie,
was a mess.
Rennie is my all-time favorite player. Not necessarily for how she played the game, but she's the most
Her entertainment value.
to ever come on this show. You had the Colonel on there, Memphis. Like, Dan won the game, but damn, I don't even really remember Dan on the season. I don't really know. I got to go back and watch. How did he win the game? Because that season was so entertaining.
Well, he always played. He always played though. Like he was very play. He was very player about it. Like
I
Dan
mean,
is a player.
I watched Big Brother for the mess. Dan was playing, but I'm telling you, that season gave me everything I needed. And I think that's why every season after that doesn't give me that, it's like, okay, this is a womp womp. Like, what? Ain't
Like
nobody gonna switch alliances. Ain't
oh,
nobody.
11,
Nobody
11 was good too though. 11 was really
Rennie had
good.
the best line when she cussed out was it her name Michelle with the curly hair,
Yeah.
and she was like, you gonna talk to me like that? And I'm HOH. She was like, I don't give a damn about you being HOH. I said what I said. Put me on the block. I was,
Yes, they will cuss you out. No, no, no twist. You
and
didn't
she
win
still ain't go on
veto.
the block, and she
You
still ain't
ain't
go on the block.
you ain't win veto. You barely got the vote. They did not care back then. Like you would get you the whole house. And it'd be so funny because sometimes the whole house would be against you, and then somehow you got the vote.
And
How
somehow
you get the
you
vote?
didn't go home. That's Evil Dick. Like, I don't understand. Evil Dick sat on that block down there every week and he cussed out everybody and talked bad about everybody. But every week they did
Quarantine.
not send his ass home and then voted for him to win. I don't get it.
Definitely. But you know what? Because I think the reason why I mean, outside of his gameplay, because I ain't really paid too much attention to that season, but he kind of did something similar to what. Well, no, I'll take that back because he ain't really played the game. He never mind. I was about to compare Evil Dick to Josh, and
Oh
then
no,
I had to
he
stop.
no
I had to stop. I had
no.
to stop myself. I had to
Josh could
stop my.
never. Number one, Josh could never. Could never. We all know how Josh won the game, and I ain't gonna go back there. And we were supposed to be wrapping this up an hour ago at the 1 hour mark, and we about to hit the 2 hour mark.
See what happens when you hang out with me. We be here.
People, people gonna click on this video and think we talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta, and we done spent half of it talking about Big Brother.
More
Though that
hair
just
care.
shows y'all how excited we are that Big Brother is about to come up,
More hair care.
huh?
More hair care.
Kenya Moore hair care. You talking about Big Brother is Kenya Moore hair care and then took over.
No, I was just thinking the song.
But yes, Glenda, go back and start with Big Brother 10 if you need an old season to watch. It's just my favorite, so I always remember it. But there are a lot of good. I love old school Big Brother.
10 is good. 11 is really good.
11.
Um, it's all right. It's not. 12, well, excuse me. 12 is only good because of Rachel. Once Rachel leaves, it's pretty boring after that. Besides that fight she had with Reagan, that was funny. That was funny.
What season did Rachel win?
It was the next one.
13.
13 wasn't bad. I think it could have had some more, but you know what? I take that back. 13 was good because 13 was the very first season I watched.
I like that season with Brittany too, because Brittany was in that confessional reading.
Brittany.
Brittany Hayes is her last name Hayes.
Yes, yes.
She was in that, and people don't even read in the confessionals no more. Now they doing these corny ass scripts that production give them. Old
Yeah,
school,
they're really corny.
they were in those confessionals reading, and it was hilarious.
We was getting all kind. We was getting all kind of profanity. They don't let you cuss on CBS.
No, yes, please don't bring back Paul. Like I would rather have 16 new people. I don't trust them to cast a returning season properly.
I don't trust that either.
Because
Because
if Bailey's coming, I
22,
want to watch it. Davon ain't coming, I don't want to watch it.
2022 was embarrassing. Like
I
I
just got the numbers all out of order. But Derek,
22 was all the second All Stars.
oh yeah, keep
Yeah, it was
that.
embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
But I do have to wrap it up. You know,
Yeah, I'm holding you up. It's late over there.
because I got to go to work. I've been to the gym, so I still got to de-gym myself. I still have to eat. Oh, Brittany was on 12. Okay, do 10 and 12, Glenda. You'll be good.
10,
But,
10, 10, 11, 12. 10, 11, 12.
yeah, that's a good sequence. Anytime you want to come back, Derek, it's a good time. I know we gonna cut up during Big Brother, so y'all don't have to worry about that. I know he'll be back for Big Brother, and but I do have to wrap it up and go, mostly because I'm hungry.
Oh, go ahead and eat.
But I do gotta go do everything my after the gym stuff. I'm mad. You know how you leave your computer at work? Because I'm like, I need to go in the office, but now I'm mad I left it up there because now
because
I don't want to.
why would you leave it up there though?
Hey, what you want? Oh, I left my computer at work because what? No, I'm about to go downstairs. I left it at work because I work better in the office. I can concentrate more. But and sometimes I just need to make myself go up there. I only have to go in 1 day a week. So I said I'll leave it up there so I come in the next day. But now it's like I don't went to the gym. My body is sore and I just want to stay in the house. But because I left it, I have to go.
I was gonna say because I don't know how you do it because I couldn't leave no computer. I can't leave no computer just nowhere. It got my name on it. Like I
Well, it's the
might
work
have.
computer. If they steal it, they stealing from themselves. It's not my personal computer.
Oh, I'm sitting here thinking like this your personal computer. You just working off
Oh no, my personal computer is right here. What we're
of
talking on.
it.
I'm not leaving
Okay.
my personal computer nowhere. That's that work computer. If they steal that, they just stole it from themselves, and they're gonna have to give me another one.
So
But anyway, let me get over here because
we
me
at the
and
2 hour
just
mark.
talking. We'll be at the 3 hour mark time. We were supposed to go.
All
But
right.
y'all, if y'all on the rewatch, half is Roa, half is Big Brother. Enjoy. I enjoyed myself. I'm gonna call you later anyway, just to keep in touch because now that I have more free time, I need to keep in touch with my circle. And again, I'm back on Twitter cutting up too. So you can still find me and Derek on Twitter cutting up as well.
Yes, I'm always
Yes.
cutting up. It is the name that I have.
And I
Enjoy.
enjoy it. It's cut up time again on Twitter. So follow us, like this video, share all that good stuff. And I will be back tomorrow night with Ebby. Tomorrow is Ebby and Angie Wednesdays. We'll be talking about the Summer House. Did you watch Summer House?
You know what I started to, and then I was getting they was it was giving. Yeah.
Evie said the same thing. She was like, I don't know about this. I said, well, at least in a few weeks, Bell Collective will be back. So if we have to quit the Summer House, at least we'll have Bell Collective.
I don't know. I found it very difficult to watch. Like I felt like it was so much. It wasn't. It was like they was. It seemed like they was too easy with one another.
But the
Like
super trailer looked fire. They gonna break down based on that super trailer. It's not gonna be all popsicles and bubble gum.
yeah, look also it was real. I ain't gonna lie. It was like that first episode was like sophisticated and boring. I kind of just clocked out like halfway through because
I think the first episode, we don't know these people. This is a brand new show. They're introducing themselves to us. They can't get on the cut up from the beginning, though they could.
there's
They could
true.
have, but based on the super trailer, what I saw a lot of twerking, which I plan on fast forwarding. But it's gonna be
She
some
said,
because I was like,
"Listen,
you
listen.
at house is twerk.
We're we're at the 2 hour mark, and you supposed to go get something to eat, and we still up."
It's gonna be some white man getting naked in the hot tub, and it's gonna. I feel like the conflict is coming. We might have to suffer through 3 episodes before the conflict comes because it's gonna be a new girl come in the house, and they gonna be, somebody gonna be fighting over a man, somebody gonna be fighting over a girl. It's gonna be some conflict coming.
Always fighting over, and it's really kind of messy because why would you start out with a couple there?
Somebody there is married, and by
Or
the end of the
yeah,
super trailer, their marriage was on the line. So it's conflict is coming.
you don't. I don't know. I feel like if you were a couple, you unless you're going on like marriage boot camp or something, you should never go
I
on
would never go on.
as a couple.
Right.
You
I wouldn't go with a bunch of single people. Like, if you want to be a married couple, go to the Housewives or something like that, where it's supposed to be centered around married couples. But I wouldn't put my marriage on the line for a TV show. But people will do anything for their 15 to 20 minutes.
sure will. Sure
And
will.
so far, all I saw was a dog swimming in a pool, and I was excited. I was like, "Oh, I can't wait to see the little dog paddle." But
Oh, did you? You must have missed that little argument.
that's the only thing I saw on Twitter was a clip of the dog swimming in the pool. I need to watch it tonight
Well, it
because
was a it was an argument after that because apparently the dog came in and while it's wet, came in and sat on the couch. And now they done got into an argument about that because
I feel some kind of way because I'm an extreme dog lover, and my dog is allowed to sleep on the couch and sleep in the bed.
while he wet,
I mean, He's been in the I've given him a bath before, and I might put him on the bed to dry him off. And yes, an argument will ensue because my husband doesn't like that. But I will put him on the bed and try to blow dry him off and stuff like that. But it's just a little water. It's just a little water. It's gonna dry up. Y'all out in the middle of the beach. It's gonna dry up.
It was a pool.
I don't know. I wouldn't argue over a dog being on the furniture because I put my dog on the furniture.
You're telling me if so I came to your home and you had a pool and I got in your pool and I came in and I sat on the couch,
That's
didn't put
different.
a
You
towel down.
as human being that got common sense. A dog, he don't know he wet. He just running and flipping and jumping, and he jump up on the couch. I don't know. I wouldn't be too mad, but it depends. Like a big ass dog, that's different. I don't know. I gotta watch it and see how mad I'm gonna get. I gotta watch it. I
Let's
might be
go
mad
ahead
at
and
somebody else's dog, but if it's my dog, I wouldn't care.
let's go ahead and get you some food in your system because it's
And
been
let me
two
go because
hours,
I know how to
two
end.
hours and 5 minutes. Here
I
we
know how
are.
to end conversations. I've had a 4 week ban from YouTube where I was like once a week. So I've been craving to get
Man,
on here to talk. So I need to go so I can, like you said, end this conversation and me and you will get together again. We'll get together again. So let me do my spill again. Like, comment, share, follow us on Twitter because we're gonna cut up. And y'all have a good night. Anything you want to say, Derek?
everyone have a good night. Nice meeting you all. And follow me.
Follow him. Good night, y'all.
Good
Bye.
night.